side. In order to get the ball, he's got to come over his shoulder right there, and that normally is a call.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Jim. It looks like he did make contact prior to the ball making contact with the receiver. Here we come again. You can see it in slow motion. Bang, there is the contact, and the ball, it still looks like about maybe a yard and a half away. So they got a lucky break on that call.
I asked for a call on that, and I turned around and saw the same official back there, and I just kind of told myself to forget it. You know, there's no flag now, and there probably won't be, and just to get up and shake it off and line up again.
But the Cardinals.
For the 67th consecutive time, Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey is sold out. It's been that way ever since they came as they can be. Dallas and Washington, both 7-4. The Giants in St. Louis, who meet today, both just a game behind at 6-5. And the Eagles, who game between the Cardinals and the Giants. And here's O'Donoghue's approach. It's going to be McConkey at about the 5. He is hit down just at the 20-yard line. Neeks is the line of screen. Hand off Carpenter to the left side, looking for some room and not finding any. Curtis Greer was the first man in white to get there. He start, but he can get it there. Not as much wind as when he kicked those long ones. This one's going to be no good. He pulled it, and it wouldn't have been long enough anyway. The wind. Chile comes out. The Cardinals will go with 2 tight ends. LaFleur. They work with Anderson again. Anderson nudges very close to a first down. Kenny Hill made the stop. There's a little scuffle. The play continues. Looks like they need to
get this guy. Now he's back on this side.
It's going to be hard to blitz from out there. Lomax up into the pocket. Gets it out to Anderson. Anderson to midfield. Reasons on the stop.
That was a
Sims, and he just got rid of it.
I think this is going to be a big thing today for the Giants, is their pass protection when they get in there 3 wide receivers and he's passing now. Here their protection breaks down and they can't get the ball away. I think they have the receivers. They have the...
Love goes in motion. Hand off to Anderson. Anderson for about 6 over the right side again.
From Lawrence Taylor, so most of their runs are over here to the right. See, they do a little counter, pull the off tackle. Sharp, he gets up there and he blocks. I think they feel that Farrell is more of a pass receiving fullback and Love is more of a running. He wasn't going to go for the move. Lionel Manuel gave him a little move inside. Washington that time didn't go for it. He just stayed right with it, got the little bump, knocked the ball up in the air, couldn't control it. Off the right, off the left. Oh, I had an intercept in the end.
That'll be 2 yards out. 11 of 22 on the year. This time he is wide right. It has not been a banner year for Ali Haji Sheikh. For the Cardinals. And they come at Lawrence Taylor with Otis Anderson. And he gets a first down. Carson and Taylor make the stop.
It open up the field.
3rd and 6. Lomax to stump Mitchell. That'll be enough for a first down. And then first down, Cardinals, their own 46, and Lomax will throw his first down pass. Tilley will get to the Giant 41. Let's go back and look at just how important this game is, and there are 2 others that relate very closely to it. Dallas is playing in Buffalo and losing. Their record 7-4. Washington is... Anderson quickly moves to the outside. Quickly moves to the Giant 30. Another Cardinal first down. Anderson trying to get around the outside again, and again he does. Courier knocked him out of bounds, but Anderson picked up about 5 or 6. To the right this time, Tilley and Green. Lomax to Love this time. Randy Love barrels to about the 13. Kenny Hill, the safety man, came up to make the stop, but Love...
See why he's starting today in place of Farrell. He does have a little movement there. You see that cut? He started there, planted that left foot, cut back against the grain to the right, and then he's in the Giant secondary. That's a pretty good move, and I think that Jim Hanna.
Wide to the left. Anderson again. Anderson cuts inside down into the 4-yard line. Very near another Cardinal first down. Lawrence.
Don't want to do with Otis Anderson is let him get up ahead of steam. Watch him here. He makes this cut here. That's a great cutback right there. He planted that right foot back into the left. And when he hits a pile, he's big enough to take that pile and make it.
Delivered by Taylor. Mitchell took it. Lomax will walk in. He faked to Mitchell and just waltzed.
That thing faked the hole. Bootlegs out to the left. Now watch him. He's going to fake here. Fakes right there to Mitchell. Now he comes out here in a naked bootleg. Naked being that he has no guard or anyone in front of him. The whole defense went to the left, and Lomax just took it to the outside. The old bootleg. Naked bootleg.
O'Donohue to try the extra point. Cardinals 6, Giants nothing. O'Donohue is right down the middle, and it's 7-0 Cardinals. We have 11 minutes and 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. At Giants is out for the Rams now with a twisted knee. Sims to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Al Baker, and Stafford Mays, and Curtis Greer on the
turns right there. See if it doesn't come from Jennings's left. Right here, you see 58. He's the closest guy there, and it looks like someone tipped it because you could hear it.
Aarons, I think, got a hand on it. Knocked it out of bounds. 7-0 Cardinals. Lomax to Anderson. Underneath everything, and Anderson will get another Cardinal first down. Inside the 30, Gary Reasons tripped him up. Those are the things.
High formation. Otis Anderson is going to fake in. Now watch, after the fake, he fakes the block. Now he just turns around. The linemen run by him. The linebackers go deep. He catches the ball out in front, and he can run 10 or 12 yards before any defensive.
The 30. Anderson again. Over the right side, still on his feet is O.J. Anderson. Down at about the 23 by Hill.
Otis
on 2nd and 5. They give to Carpenter. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. Got a yard, perhaps.
Watch that ball. That's about as good a throw as you can have. That ball is right in there, and he had his hands too close to his body. When you have your hands in close to your body. 3 in a row, and now they're leading here again today. They got off to a little slow start, but they're hot now.
Lomax, a dump off to Anderson. Anderson swings up close to midfield. Anderson, a Cardinal first down at about the 48-yard line. Pete Shaw came up to hit him. I don't know how long.
I'll tell you, that's one thing. You see, Otis Anderson is back in the backfield right there. See, just as Taylor's coming, he just saw him and threw it out to the right side. He didn't have to throw it up the field. He threw it out of the side of him to Anderson, who picks up the first.
Goes in motion. Sims back to throw. Sims is sacked by E.J. Jr. The Giants got a break. Now they're going back.
54. He's playing middle linebacker today. He had been playing the outside linebacker. He comes at what they call a delayed blitz. You see, he lets the line go, then he fakes like he's going to the right.
It's a good point. 3rd and 7. It's Anderson again. Anderson may have enough for a Cardinal first down. It's going to be very close.
I think it is a first down.
It is. That's a big one, too.
That was a big talking about. This is a big play for Anderson. You watch it now. Now, he's a good cutback runner. You see, the thing that the great runners have is they have good vision. When they can get square.
NFC matchup. We're at the half at Giant Stadium. A good day to play, not too cold. Lomax back to throw. Quickly outside to Anderson. Anderson taken down by Courier. Lomax back to throw. High snap. He just barely came down with it. Lomax has to go to work. He gets it to Tilley. And Tilley gets out of bounds at the Giant 37, and there's a penalty marker down. It's going to be called against Kenny Hill, who hit Tilley out of bounds.
Now they're going to tack 15 yards on it. Here's Mark Haynes. He's man-to-man on Tilley. Can bump him in the first 5 yards. Tilley makes a nice option move. Did you see him? He started the inside. Haynes started to go inside. Tilley cut back outside. And Hill started to tackle him right on the sideline.
Lomax to throw it on first down. Under pressure, screen pass, and he's got one set up to Love. Cuts back. He's to the Giant 32. Harry Carson and Jim Burt finally chase him down. A gain of 6.
Thing was going to the right and then come back. You see they fake here to the right. Now watch Love. After he fakes, he sneaks back here to the left. You see it? The three-man screen forms in front of him. He gets a block to the inside, a block to the outside, and then and a missed tackle there. Then he cut
over the Giants. Turnovers this year.
You know what got him? You see in the last 2 weeks they had 10, then 3 today. Hey, the last week it really
comes to the outside in the Cardinal defensive scheme. Sims on the draw to Morris. Taken down by Galloway. Stafford Mays, number 76 there.
Defenses have to take this type of attack.
Carpenter at the line of scrimmage.
That was before the ball's thrown. So he got him 5 yards there. Now he gets him on the second one, saying that he had his left hand on him before the ball got. Look, they have him doubled here. You see, he comes inside. He has the guy out there. See the inside guy coming into safety? Perrin, he hit his own man, knocked him off as Johnson was going inside.
Third quarter, Haji Sheik from 34 yards out. This one he had. The Giants finally get on this as long as 34. This one is 39. This would bring the Giants to within 1. And does. 6:20 left to play in the third quarter. Carpenter swings left. No place to go.
Run too far to get there.
40 yards out. Distance. Pretty good. 3 third quarter field goal 5. Lomax, Roy Green, finally to Green.
Excuse me, he's on the outside here, right here. He's going to come up, then he's going to plant, then run it inside. See, he's coming in here. He's right in front of Hill. He's right in front of Haynes. Catches the ball for the first down.
So that's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Giants 9. St. Louis 7. On first down, Lomax to try to throw. Can't find anybody. Now has to run. Tries to get away from Burt. Does. Pass is complete to Greg LaFleur. 2nd and 8. Sims back to throw. Had some time, just barely got it off. Cardinals pick it off. Leonard Smith with the deflected interception after Phil Sims was hit by David Galloway. Curtis Greer back there.
It was for Byron Williams, and watch Sims here. He sees Williams out here to his left. Just as he steps up to throw it, he gets hit right in the front there. That was by Stafford Mays, or Galloway it was. It was Galloway, wasn't it?
I think it was Greer.
There's Greer. Excuse me, it's Greer on Benson. That's who it is. It's Greer. He pushes off, and he's right in Sims's face as he throws the ball.
That's the Lomax going right to work. And it's picked off. Mark Haynes comes up with the interception. Haynes still on his feet, fights down to the Cardinal 32. Tootie Robbins. Taking the lead that way. Here's Sims back in the pocket. Pass is picked off by Benny Perrin back at the goal line. Perrin on his feet, going is out of bounds outside the 20. Lionel Manuel knocked him out of bounds.
Manuel deep. Perrin is a free safety in the end zone. The ball's thrown inside. Perrin makes a break from the inside. He makes a heck of an interception here. Getting outside, catching the ball at its highest point.
Benny Perrin is the man being carried off, injured on the Sims back to throw. Is chased. Manuel touchdown. Got to throw it. Only that one touchdown on Lomax. Anderson got a couple of blockers. Anderson down the sidelines to put in Courier. And Anderson is out of bounds at the Giants 16. O.J. turn.
You see, he starts out as a blocker. He gets caught in there. He was blocking Taylor. Then he just comes out to the outside, catches the ball, goes across the grain. He got the block right there. That's the one that swung him up the sideline. Now he's pointing for another block. Got another one. And it looked like he just slowed down there to get one.
The two backs for the Cardinals now. Marsh inside the 5. It'll be first and goal, St. Louis at about the 3. Lawrence, this one by O'Donoghue is from 20 yards. And it's good. 16. Use 2 seconds. 3 seconds, Megan. Carpenter again hit right at the line of scrimmage, maybe lost a yard, and quickly they asked for an
driving him. They just throw him right out of bounds.
Lee Nelson is the man who made the play. Jennings gets the ball off. They let it bounce. Now Pittman comes up. The Giants overran him. Pittman got the car. Lomax to throw. Pass time. Gets it out to Anderson. He'll run it out of bounds after a gain of about 7. Minute 13 left to play.
Probably a frustrating day for Roy Green.
2nd and 2. Pitch back to Anderson. Anderson almost to midfield. Cardinals get their first down. Clock running, just over a minute left to play.
Out of bounds or play with no huddle.
They give the ball back to Anderson. He bounces outside and gets it out of bounds. Good running by Otis Anderson. 2nd and 5. Lomax back to throw. Doug Marsh made the catch, and he is hammered. Looks like a
here on the line of scrimmage.
Did not get out of bounds. It was Willard Harrell, and the Cardinals are going to have to hurry. They're going to have Lomax going high for Green. Ooh, man. Giants batted away, and Green. Play of the game coming. The last effort by the Cardinals. Lomax up into the pocket. Throwing. That's it. Cedric Mack was the intended receiver, but the Giants hang on to win it 16-10 and prove their record to 7-5. The Cardinals drop to 6-6.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Busch Stadium, St. Louis, Missouri. Right under the arch, the gateway to the west. They call St. Louis as a city. It might be the gateway to the playoffs in the NFC East because both of these teams still think that they've got a little bit shot at it. Look at this. Dallas at 8-5 with their Thanksgiving game gone, but the Giants, Washington 7-5. St. Louis now even at 6-6. Philadelphia 5-6-1 and still very much in their Hooper. A young man named Waters who had 89 against Washington a week ago. That's Ellis with the ball. Ellis out over the 21. Good coverage by the Cardinals. This is not a sellout crowd, but they had 4 in time for Jaworski. They have not been a good team on 3rd down all year. Jaworski strikes back at the 24-yard line. A big rush by Curtis Greer, number 75.
And doing this time of coming over the middle. Let's take a peek at it right here. Now, Greer is left side of your screen. Not in view yet. A good push, but it's just a job downfield by the secondary that prevents Jaworski from throwing, and then Greer comes in late.
Good point. Miraldi had a pretty good position and block on Greer. Ron Jaworski is hurt. He never used to be at the Giants as in. He did come in a little bit against Indianapolis for one pass attempt and some against St. Louis in the first game. Pasarchik will be the quarterback for the Eagles when they get the ball. Moran had a fair kicking day against Miami. Mitchell at the 32. Mitchell now hemmed in and drilled at the 37.5-yard line. The Eagles have been fairly decent on third down defense. This is Anderson, the inside run into Eagle territory. Anderson to the 30-yard line, dragging people with him, including fouls.
98, the defensive end, comes across. It's a trap. And number 68 is Terry Steve making the kick out right there. Anderson up inside of that block, and big
yards. Boy, they come right out. Inside move, Anderson gets a good block. Inside the Eagle 25 to the 23-yard line. Number 58, Greg's making the stop.
That's where they're taking him to get a picture of that ankle.
Got some ice on it, I can see that. And they do have complete medical facilities in the NFL state. His arm has been bothering him, a pinched nerve somewhat. He dumps it to Stunt Mitchell. Mitchell's going to score a touchdown. For the extra point, Benny Perrin is the holder, the safety man. It's down. Good. The crowd, while not a sellout, enthusiastic. Pat Haggerty makes the call for the extra point.
Out of the shotgun, Stunt Mitchell will be the slot back over here on the right-hand side. He'll get inside on Wes Hopkins, number 48. Lomax watching him all the way, and as I said, his vision was not impaired. No hands in front of his face. He had no arms to throw through. Consequently, it turns into 6 points right here. The easiest throw a quarterback can make is over the middle short.
And the way you make over defenses, we used to call it out of the 4. Second down and 10. Quick throw to the outside. Montgomery hit hard at the 43. Good tackle by E.J. Jr.
So we said sideline to sideline by number 54. That time, the St. Louis line stunted up in front. They do their twists and rolls, and watch him. He's got one back responsibility. And he's right out there with him.
Out of Alabama.
I guarantee you pay some extra.
Chicago, Washington, and Philadelphia in a row. It'd be some good teams there, and all of a sudden they lose to the Rams in the game which they could have won. Of course, they feel they lose to Dallas. That game with the Roy Green callback of a touchdown pass. Marsh is the motion man. The rush is on. Lomax dumps it in the flat. Anderson has it. Puts his shoulder down and gets to the 18-yard line. Joel Williams. Snap's good. The hole looks good. Kick looks good.
And McFadden will like that because now he was in there without his regular holder, Jaworski.
From Youngstown State, a 12th shotgun. Pasarchik, they're handling the blocking. He's got a lot of time. Going deep for number 85. He's open. It's going to be dropped in the end zone. Mel Hoover played with the ball and simply missed it. A perfect throw by Pasarchik. Get it. Horan's punt. Trying to get it away from Stump Mitchell. Stump takes it anyway at the 3. Mitchell's going to run it back. Hit hard. Good coverage by the Eagles at the 13-yard line. Combined total yards, a new club record, 9,041. And some people don't give this fella credit. But all I know, Stump Mitchell is in there in the shotgun. Lomax dancing. Now he's going to run with it. Lomax running, sliding for a first down at the 25-yard line. 36. Pasarchik being rushed. Now he finds the receiver. Oh, Vito Cab is separated from the ball at the 38. The only bonus you get as a defensive back is one of these again, you know it? The guy has to keep his hand. And punting now, not taking a chance on fourth down a lot. Moran really rides this one. Mitchell driven all the way back to the 4-yard line. Mitchell gets away. Now the flags are down. An illegal block by the St. Louis. He and Wes Hopkins. Here's the handoff to Anderson running out of his end zone. Gets a little weird. Falls to the 7-yard line. Wade, we were talking about this when third down and 5 on the 8-yard line. 3:30 on the clock. Lomax going across the middle for Green. He makes a diving catch Enough for the first down, obviously, out to the 28-yard line. Fowles and Bree will...
Of the Philadelphia defensive strategy that we talked about, having somebody in the middle and playing the zone a little loose, a little soft. They don't want to give up that big, long strike. Now, look at that back there. They had, I think, Bree Wilson, number 22. That's who it was.
Jim Poole trying to explain it to the Cardinal coach.
Who doesn't agree. There it is again. Roy Green, 81. I don't see anything out of there yet.
In the duel.
No secret now why, as we mentioned, they wanted him in the middle. He said his problem with the middle, his vision has to be wider than it was at outside, but looks like he's learned. He played the entire preseason at middle, and then because of injuries had to go to the outside once the regular season started.
Highly unusual. Back to throw, out in the flat. Montgomery makes Bubba Baker. Oh, Baker makes a good tackle. Number 60 came out from defensive end and really made a sensational play.
Well, he was actually in the cover.
Pisarcik is holding. Got enough on it? Oh. It's through. We're within a point. And number 8 does a couple of high fives. I hope he doesn't. Fadden's kickoff. He said he didn't kick it deep. This one is to the 3-yard line. Stump Mitchell has it. Stump Mitchell, a very direct runner, comes up and it's a flag throw at the 23-yard line. And 8. Lomax on a straight drop. He's being blitzed, but he still has time. Now he throws on the run. Hits Marsh. The tight end has it at the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Fowler, trying to breathe a little fire into the offense. 3-step drop, reloads, good throw to Tilley. Number 83 makes his first reception to the 34, and the crowd buzzes. Quarterback since the very first Eagle series. Haddix comes back from the trap, and Wilbert this time runs into trouble at the 30.5-yard line. Shotgun, being chased. Good movement. Now he's going to run for it. No, he's going to throw on the run. And it's dropped at the 45-yard line by Cedric Mack. The conversion is not complete from defensive back to offensive receiver.
Watch number 48. Watch the hand. Jostled him right there.
I think you can go for that ball underneath the... Flags are down. There's still time on the clock. Let's see. As Curtis Greer throws Pisarcik around at the 35. The flags were down early in that. Second down 7. Pisarcik. Now he has the ball scraped away. And I believe number 74 has it. Holloway has recovered the fumble. Of their turnovers in 3 weeks.
Brooms, number 78, is a player that Floyd Peters spots in there. He's injured. And look at him, took an outside rush, got a hand in there, knocked the ball away. And then it's number 74, Randy Holloway, the ex-Minnesota Viking.
At the 48 of Philadelphia. Quick drop outside. Roy Green steps out at the 42-yard line. Short yardage offense. They're bumper to bumper in there. Good run turned over by Haddix. They're calling for a fumble out over the 31, and it is. Haddix has fumbled the football. 2 fumbles in the last 2 series for the Eagles.
The football, let's see if we can pick up who got it. The cutback right here. Somebody came in. 45 looked like Leonard Smith. It looked like he might have just been in there digging at it. Here's a closer look.
The Eagles have only lost 10 fumbles, but these trophic. Inside fake by Lomax. Right to work. Going to the outside to Roy Green, who has it for a first down inside the Eagle 20. Fowles covering about as closely as you could. Lomax inside the 20. He's 9 of 18 for 74 yards and heating up, obviously. Going to the outside, looking away. Touchdown to Tilley. They're going to call it a touchdown. A diving catch by the little guy from Louisiana Tech. Catch by Tilley in the end zone. O'Donohue tried for the extra point. Billy Perrin is holding. It's good. The fumbles, the turnovers, and oh, do they hurt. As say St. Louis. That's how they lost 3 games in a row.
There's Lomax here now. Off play action. Look at him looking down the middle and over to the right. Now all of a sudden he knows where the coverage is. Single coverage. A low ball. Edwards doesn't want it to be any good, but it was.
31 yards in 2 plays. 2 very sharp. Donahue kicking off. Tall Irishman gets it to the 13 where Cooper has it. Tackle at the 20. That's by Noga, the young Hawaiian.
Check him right here, number 57. It's their 8th round draft choice this year, a rookie. Now, guarantee he isn't the fastest person on that kickoff team, but he's down there 6 yards in front of everybody through desire.
And back on the bench sitting there, relaxed. 1st and 10. Pasarka beat Chase. Beat drop at the 49-yard line.
A big penetration originally fast. Number 60, Baker going by. Here comes junior 54 to blitz guy. And he gets credit for the sack.
The 4-man rush is on. Lomax out of the end zone finds Tilley. Tilley was hit and dropped at the 13 by Hopkins. Pasarchik being chased. Holding's going to be called on Baker. Pasarchik is sacked back at the 43-yard line, but I believe they were holding.
Yes, I think Elo Groom's number 7.
St. Louis. Out of time. Pasarchik out to Wilbert Montgomery. And E.J. Jr. who really separates ball carrier and ball.
Well, I tell you, he's having a career game.
Eagles getting somewhat desperate. Maddox gets a spin, gets away. Good tackle at the 49-yard line by Lee Nelson. A lot of red here at Busch Stadium. It's solid. 3rd down and 8 on the 22. Lomax. Oh, good throw. Roy Green steps out at the 37-yard line. Man, this was a nice pass play. Lomax threw a clean one.
Off the shotgun right here, Roy Green runs the out pattern. Lomax waiting with good protection, nobody in his face. And that was on fouls again, number 29, but he had a lot of...
Inside play. Farrell. Stacked up at the 46.5-yard line. Cardinals like this. 3:09 on the clock, and it's running. Pasarchik outside, wide open, quick. Look out. Quick at the 35, 30. Quick. Hurdling inside to the 15-yard line. He literally jumps over people.
Boy.
A quick defensive shift by St. Louis. Going for it all. Pasarchik, touchdown to Quick. What a catch. And what a throw. Pasarchik gets up. Smith was there, but so was Quick. Woodruff over there, number 83, they're commiserating, but the Eagles are back in the ballgame. A short kick. A short kick, and Stump Mitchell takes it to the 15. Look out. Mitchell gets in a hurry to the 32-yard line. McFadden to work. Inside drive. Montgomery. If anything, a foot. Pasarchik. He's got time. Now he's being rushed. He takes the loss at the 16-yard line rather than throw the ball
It's a
away.
smart sack. Here it is right here. He's going to take a good look downfield. There's nothing there. He's not going to risk anything. He was looking to go down even before he was hit. That's a good safe play and a smart play by Pasarchik.
The ball is... It's a good... Oh. No good. Wide left. Let's keep the football still. 4:18 left. The flags are down. Anderson storms up the middle to the 28-yard line. Flags are down. The clock stops with 4:12. Lose, they're done this year too. Anderson breaks through a big hole, gets to the 36-yard line. Both teams have their timeouts. Lomax from the shotgun. Being sacked, fumbles the football. That's a live football. I believe Philadelphia has it.
And McFadden's prayer may have just been answered.
Dennis Bigfoot Harrison crawled and put the paw on that one. The snap, the hold. Does that tell you something? Look at the young man going off the field. Haggerty tells you it's good. This tells you it was good. Look at this.
Yeah, but plenty of time for St. Louis. A field goal again will put them.
It's a high kick. He's trying to drop it in around that 20-yard line. It's at the 20. Mitchell now will get out of bounds. Probably anticipated by the coverage team. And Lomax has 1:49 in which to work.
Again.
Lomax chased. Complete. Roy Green to the 37-yard line. He loses his shoe, but he must keep. And you can watch the clock. Oh, a low snap. Lomax handles it. He slips, falls. Now he's going to run for it. Leo Lomax into Eagle territory to the 46-yard line. What a scramble that was.
Yeah, he was looking for the yardage. He wasn't.
The most explosive offense in the league. Anderson outside. Anderson finally runs into trouble at the 44-yard line and uses his forearm to keep Herman Edwards off.
Tried to cross up the Philadelphia defense by running in that situation, and they were ready for it. They were in good shape. And that's that time probably about 4. So they're 4th down now. 6 yards to go.
And no timeouts remaining for St. Louis.
0 timeouts. So
hello and applause. He is some talent. Looks like he's lost his razor the last couple of days. Those kickers are certainly different.
Make it in the 50-yard range for him.
Lomax taking care of that right here. Roy Green inside the 35 to the Eagle 33. They've got to hurry up and stop the clock. Lomax, inside move now being picked up. To the 26-yard line goes Danny Pittman, the former New York Giant. Not enough for a first.
And it comes down to this.
The crowd tells you this story. It will be from 42 yards. Make that 44 yards. 7 yards back of the snap. 7 for 14, as you see from this distance. Marion Campbell and the Eagle from right to left into O'Donoghue's face. Perrin is the holder. A little high. It's good. Resuscitation.
Look at the snap. The snap was high, and it was brought down in excellent shape. Now, O'Donoghue's not sure. Everybody else is. He wants to look at it some more. Was that a sigh of relief or what? And as Brookie said, his wife can do the shopping tomorrow.
That was a gasp. A 44-yard field goal. Watch the coach, Hannaford. Brings you up, doesn't it?
Yep.
Remember, 3 receivers, outside receivers to the bottom of the screen. Pisarcik going deep, the last play perhaps. Everybody gathers. It's jump ball and incomplete at the 37-yard line of St. Louis. St. Louis goes 7-6 with a 17-16 win over the Philadelphia Eagles. once again, the final score, St. Louis 17, Philadelphia 16. So for Wayne Walker, this is Tom Brookshire saying so long from St. Louis. Don't forget, coming up next, the 49ers or the Saints or maybe the Bears against the Vikings. CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League will continue after this word from your local station. Wow.
New England Patriots. A cool, sunny, early December day at Sullivan Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts for this afternoon's interconference matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New England Patriots. They win the NFC East. They're certainly very much alive in the wild card spot. As far as the Patriots are concerned, he's got it, and away we go from Foxborough. High kick and coming down short. Mitchell at the 12, back to the 20, 25, and dropped at the 27-yard line. Good for screen. Still working on the ground game, and they've got some running room. Out across the 45 to the 47 goes Ernest Anderson. All game. Lomax from the shotgun. In trouble. He has the first 50 down to the 45 to the 44-yard line of the New England Patriots before Steve now working in front of him. He's looking to his left. Defense does a nice job. Randy Clark, 64, the center, does a nice job on the nose. There's a big hole in there, and you people sitting on the couches at home would like to run in a hole that big. Lomax putting it in the air for the first time to Anderson. 45, 40, 35, 30, and O.J. Anderson has a first down at the Patriot 28-yard line.
Back there, C68 in the middle of your screen. Now watch him sneak out on the screen. He has the kick-out block. The ball is thrown. Otis puts it away, number 32. Now watch that block right there. Nice job on Don Blackman. Now here comes the big guy at 225 pounds running upfield.
Several years. 18-yard pickup on that play, and the Cardinals want some more and go to Earl Farrell, the fullback. And he looks like he may. The fullback is the man in motion, Anderson, for the first down and some more. As he moves it inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line, Andre Tippett to the 2 to pick up the first. They've been running the ball well on this drive, and that's Stump Mitchell who's come into the game for the first time and carries it inside the 5 to about down. Is converted 7 out of 12, so slightly over 50%. Stump Mitchell remaining. He's got the first down, I believe, did not get the touchdown.
You know what confuses me as a coach there?
On first and goal, Lomax to throw it, and wide open in the end zone is the tight end, Doug Marsh. A 1-yard touchdown pass from Lomax to Marsh. And the
tight end on your right there, number 80, sneaks outside, gets in there behind. Quarterback is on a half roll, no one covering, breakdown in coverage right there. 57, Steve Nelson, is not responsible for that man.
Neil O'Donoghue to
O'Donoghue, who won the ball game last week with the 44-yard field goal against the Eagles. Tack it on the extra point for the St. Louis Cardinals at 7-0.
You know, that was a real good call by the offensive coaches to come with that play on first down, because everybody inside. Steve Nelson, he lost him right there. Now he's out there open, no one covering him. Broken coverage.
Lost at least one in the last 3 games. James takes the handoff, trying to go left, and E.J. Jr. wraps him up behind the line of scrimmage at the 31-yard line. So the door wasn't open right, and it wasn't open left either.
That was a counter play, but you know E.J.
Eason to throw it. Rolling out right, looking downfield for Stephen Starring. He's behind Smith, and he drops the ball at the 20-yard line. It was Lionel Washington back there with Eason goes with the delay. James lost the ball. It's stolen. It's a touchdown for the St. Louis Cardinals as cruising in with it is linebacker Thomas Howard. It was a hit by E.J. Jr. that caused it, and Howard came up with the loose football and ran it in for 6 points. Suddenly, the Patriots find themselves in a 13-0 hole. Thomas Howard, who was picked up in the trade from Kansas.
This is a draw play. Now the quarterback right in the middle screen, number 11, Eason's fake the pass, hands off the draw. There it is. And there comes E.J. Jr., who dogged right up inside and stripped Craig James, number 32, of the ball. Now, there you go. Thomas Howard picks it up. And you know, this guy was a state hurdle champion in high school. He can run like a deer. Touchdown.
Benny Perrin was injured. 14-0. St. Louis, and I would say E.J. Jr. is off to a very good start. They have been able.
Now watch his left arm. Boom, he hits the ball, knocks it out. Therefore, bouncing over there, Thomas Howard picks it up, number 59 right now. Now he's a springer. He outruns Derek Ramsey, number 88, in for the touchdown. Boy, is that disheartening to the team that happens to.
Well, the Patriots in a hole here with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to play. Again, they go with the one-back set, and that one-back is Craig James, who takes the handoff, and James breaks a tackle at the 40, 50, 40, 20, 10, 5, and down to the 3. Two-back set here with Tatupu and Collins is really battered as he hit the line of scrimmage. Great surge that time by the defense of the Cardinals.
Lyman down in there low. You're going to see a little defensive back come in here and make a great stick. Number 48 right there. Lionel Washington sticks this guy and puts him on his back, and he's playing with a sore shoulder.
Easton wants to throw for the touchdown. In trouble behind the line and has to throw it out of the end zone.
Shouldn't have waited to third down to throw it, I don't think, Frank.
Well, he paid for it. He took a pretty good shot as well. Ramsey.
And he's out there clean right now. Now here comes 65, David Galloway. Good movement on his part. Gets the heat on him. He had to throw the ball away.
All right.
In his career from this distance. Not even when I was coaching him.
Well, the Patriots get 3 out of it. Ready to kick off. Stump Mitchell is back deep, along with Willard Harrell and Randy Love. The stumper from the 10 across the 20, 25, and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will put it in. Receivers to the right at the bottom of your screen. Lomax with that cannon for an arm, in trouble behind the line of scrimmage. I don't believe they got enough for the first, who was the #1 pick in the national.
This guy averages darn near a first down every time he returns a punt.
High kick and rather short. Fielded by Fryer at the 30. He's gone. 50. Birdsong has a shot at him. He is finally caught at the 30-yard line. 43 yards on the punt return. James having trouble hanging onto the football. Picked up by Perrin. 35 out to the 40 to the 45-yard line.
I think that play was blown dead. I think Tony Eason, as you see him going right here, hands it off and hits him a little high, and he's fumbling it right there. See, the ball's out of his hand before contact is made by anyone. There's 62 on him right there. Darter, he didn't cause the fumble. Now they've got it picked up. Benny Perrin's got the ball. He's a running back, not a defensive back now. Again, it didn't look like it was caused by contact.
Well, James is in motion. Lomax to Anderson. Barreling his way up the middle across the 50-yard line down to the 48. Cardinals at the Patriots 49. Anderson trying to get outside to the 45. Has the first down. Ball goes out of bounds, but it will retain St. Louis possession. Football League on their roster. Shotgun formation. Lomax steps up in the pocket, completes the pass. Roy Green at the 40. We've got a flag thrown back at the line of scrimmage, so let's see if they
really like the shotgun formation. You see Tippett, number 56, Tootie Robbins. He steps up inside the pocket. He gets the ball to Roy Green. Now watch the move. See that? He gives a little cha-cha step, makes a miss. Now watch the move right there. Great move. And a poor tackle. Great job there. He made all happen in another spot in the field.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line for the Cardinals. The handoff, O.J. Anderson to the 15 to the 14-yard line.
He is so fit
so far on O.J. Anderson, who may cross that 1,000-yard threshold today. Cardinals now have 8 first downs in the ball game to 2 for the Patriots. For Neil O'Donoghue. Kick is up. It is long enough. And O'Donoghue has got it. Bullseye. O'Donoghue hitting his 19th field goal of the year in 20.
He sets real short. Everyone's right around him. He's banging into his own man, 61 Rod Moon. And I'll tell you, Thomas Howard just missed an opportunity. Look at Tommy. You can look him right in the eye. You can see where he's looking to his right. Now watch him step up in there a little bit. He's banging around. He lays it off, and evidently to the wrong guy.
Oh, backfield. Anderson got a hold. 40, 35, 30. Green lead me interference downfield, but Anderson finally run out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Number 50 and Steve Nelson 57. Now he gets the breaks in behind. See, they step to the left and he broke in behind him. Now it's Freddie Marion's turn to come up and make the tackle, and he can't get to him yet. Ray Claiborne, number 26, gets off the block and goes.
Cardinals having a big edge. First down from the 23. Lomax wanting to throw it on first down. Going to run it inside the 20 and wound up picking up 5 yards on the play as he goes out at the 18. Plenty long and plenty good, despite the fact he got a bad snap. Barron did lots of outstanding college hoops. Collins taking the handoff, and not much room for him on the far side as he is wrapped up by E.J. Jr. and Charlie Baker. For an NFL Today report, here's Brent Musk. 10 from the 40. Eason again pressure and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Big rush by E.J. Jr., number 54, and Big Bubba Baker awaiting the punt from Camarillo. Nice high kick.
That kind of a ball is a return ball, though, Frank.
At the 15, 20, 25. That's what he's doing. 30, 35, 40, and the stumper takes it up to the 44-yard line.
It was a long punt, beautiful spiral, but not high enough. That's all there was to it. You could read punt return all the way.
Patriots and the Cardinals in great shape. First and down at their 44. Out it comes to Green at the 50, trying to put a little juke on the defensive back, Ernest Gibson, over at the near sideline.
Quarterback in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Plant the back foot. Plant, throw. He's just run a little square out about 6 yards. Now watch him juke him here. He's got him one-on-one. Gibson's not going to play games with him. He's going to make sure he gets him down and out of bounds.
The 11-yard pick overloaded to the left side. Send Anderson up the middle. 40 down to the 36-yard line goes O.J. Anderson. Just over 3 by the New York Times and CBS on the state of pro football. Anderson again picking up several yards on the carry, just doing a great job. I don't know what the fans think next week. First and 10 for the Cardinals. Anderson twisting away from one tackle after another and then carrying several of the red shirts with him down to the 23-yard line. Roland James finally climbed on both. 53 left to play in the first half, and St. Louis leading down 9. Cardinals with the big edge in total offense. Lomax to put it up, looking for Green. Now going to run it. 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds at the 7. First down, St. Louis. It'll be first and goal, and the clock is now run down to 34 seconds.
He's going to get straight back. 15 now. The receivers are releasing. See him sprint out to his right. Good mobility. Good mobility. Tippett 56 is in man-to-man. He can't get off. Here comes Toby Williams, number 90, trying to catch him. 98, excuse me. That is
the Patriots. 34 seconds left in the half. Lomax looking for Green. He's covered. Goes to Anderson. O.J. to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. He did not get out of bounds, so the Cardinals action pass. It is 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line as you see the timeout situation. Again, the Cardinals come up with Randy Love and O.J. Anderson in the backfield. O.J. driving for the goal line. Got across. Touchdown. Patriots are really upset.
Right of the screen. See, he hands it off to Anderson right there. Good penetration by Blackman, 55. He sees the hole. Steve Nelson meets him in the hole. Ray Claiborne, I'll tell you, I'd complain if I were them too. I don't think.
In the half. Boy, it has been all Cardinals in the first half of play. Here's the sideline view.
The ball's going to be handed off deep. There it is. He's got it under his arm. Now watch him turn up inside. Now let's locate the goal line. Let's see if he makes it. There's the goal line. I'll tell you, he hadn't made it yet. There, he got it on the line. The ball's on the goal line. He scored. He scores in their class.
He's done an amazing job this year. Eason trapped back at the 23-yard line. And unless the Patriots call timeout, the clock is going to run out here to end the first half.
Physically, both offensively and defensively. No finesse. Just knock him off the ball and play.
27-3 as O'Donohue kicks off. Short kickoff, bounces at the 5, fumble by Collins back in the end zone, hesitates and decides to run it out and gets it out only to the 6-yard line. Boy, you could see that little hesitation step a yard deep in the end zone. He took a yard.
That's unbelievable. 5 plays, 6 plays, 1 play, 3 plays, 3 plays, 2 plays.
And less than a yard to go for
the time of possession rather unreal. Over 20 minutes.
We haven't had a game like this all year, have we, in terms of that?
So far, he's called only one offensive play in the first 4 games. Eason. The blitz was coming that time. Leonard Smith, the strong safety, number 45, shot through there.
Backside now, look at 45. See him coming right in. Tony was not looking at him. He's got to be able to see that guy out the corner of his eye.
Low snap. Nice job by Camarillo, who got it up.
It's a low one, though.
Mitchell at the 38 to the 45 and 10 from the 11. They need a touchdown bad. Alley-oop to Dawson. Dawson, touchdown.
He pushed off, Frank.
Oh, I saw that too.
He pushed off.
It looked like he pushed off, and the officials did not see it.
Thomas Howard was pushed off, Art, and he's up.
Team bench today at their own stadium. Anderson, who had 86 yards rushing in the first half, continues to run it well. Takes it out to the 35-yard.
See him now. Now watch the guard. Watch Joe Bostic. All right, there's Tootie Robbins, 63, just like you draw it on the blackboard.
Midfield, trying to scramble and get back in this game. Tupu taking the handoff from Eason, and there's nothing for him there. For NFL today, 15. Cardinals from their 23. Lomax under pressure gets it away to Anderson. 20, 25. Season opening across the 30 to the 34-yard line. 3 yards shy of the first down. And Ernest Gibson, the left corner. Give you some more here shortly. 2nd and 10. Eason back at the 1. Barry.
He sets up too close to the line of scrimmage for plays that take that long to develop, it looks like to me.
Cardinals showing blitz. Here they come. Eason gets rid of the ball, trying to go downfield to Starring. Starring thought he was interfered with, and Lionel Washington thought he made a great defensive play, and he did.
I thought he made a great defensive play. The ball's in the air. Now, as you'll pick it up down the left-hand corner of your screen, he goes high and over the shoulder with that arm. Good job.
Camarillo backs up any further. He's going to be here.
Low line driver. He's not
backing up to the 48, to the 50, 45, 40, and down to the 37-yard line. And the Cardinals will put it in play 1st and 10 at the Patriot 37. You know, 1st and 10, Patriots at their 16-yard line. Eason. E.J. Jr., number 54, bulldogs him. Back at the 7-yard line, and Mr. Eason has got another day where he's been sacked 5 times. 6 2 weeks. 2nd down, 17. Again, the blitz. Jr. coming out strong. He gets rid of the ball. It is tipped up in the air, and the pass is incomplete. Lionel Washington. Lead of O.J. Anderson across the 50 to the 45 and very close to the first down at the 44. Ask for a better one. 2nd and 1 for the Cardinals. Anderson picks up the first down. And I've got to believe we're looking at the strategy for St. Louis here in the final period to keep the fullback is in motion. Again, it's O.J. Anderson ripping through the Patriots, takes it down to the 31-yard line. 3rd and 4 at the 32. Lomax, good protection. And that's going to be good for another St. Louis first down. Pat Tilley, one of the smallest players. Lomax going to Anderson one more time. Out of bounds inside the 25 at about the 23-yard line. They're down around the at the 23-yard line. Lomax out of the shotgun. Sideline throw is completed to Stump Mitchell, who goes out of bounds for the first down at the 12-yard line.
No, they're running.
Stump Mitchell on the sweep, trying to get around the corner. Gets to the 4. Behind Lomax. Mitchell down to the 1. He is over. Touchdown, St. Louis.
Watch him work his way through the holes now. See, they're getting nice block by Louis Sharp, 67. He really is knocking him off the ball. He blocked old Julius Adams, number 85.
We had a couple in there that were declined. This one is blocked.
Steve Nelson, I think, blocked at number 57.
Speaking of Dan Dierdorf, there's the great hulking former offensive lineman of the Cardinals on the left, working with our old friend Jack Buck in the Cardinals radio. Hey, guys, you're on 2nd and 10 for the Patriots at their 40. Safety blitz that time by Lee Nelson, and Nelson hurt himself as he sacked Eason. Back pressure with stunts. 3rd and 18 for the Patriots. Eason again running for his life. 7th sack for the Cardinals.
I'd give the game ball today to E.J. and making a contribution to the community as well as to his football team. And boy, he's played well today.
Well, he told us yesterday when he was in high school, he said, Camarillo with the punt. Stump Mitchell at the 35-yard line of the Cardinals. Got a flag. As Stump goes out of bounds at the 42. In fact, we got 2 flags. One at the original. Lomax off to Anderson. And Anderson gets about 4. All right. First time Raymond Berry, as a Cowboy assistant coach, goes 3rd down and 2 for the Cardinals, and Anderson picks up the first down. Look at him.
You know, I'd take Anderson out of the ballgame now and let somebody else carry it. No sense of getting him hurt.
Philadelphia is no longer a part of their schedule. They're through with the Eagles. Lomax all day to throw it. Can't find anybody to go to.
Get on the ground. Boy.
Andre Tippett and 11. Lomax 50, 45, and that time he did get down to the ground, and he's going to be very close to the yardage needed for the first down. At the, of course, on the other hand, we've seen the Cardinals twice. They've looked like a Super Bowl team.
Yeah. We're going to set a record for sacks in 2 games. That's 18 sacks in 2 games right now.
And if you want to go back one game before that is 1st and 10, Patriots want at least a consolation touchdown here. Eason drills this one, and it's picked off. Intercepted by the St. Louis Cardinals, Leonard Smith.
It's good shoulder. See, now watch, he falls down right there. Really a nice job by the defender.
That's Jeff Griffin, by the way,
Jeff
with the
Griffin.
interception.
Yeah.
Quarterback for the St. Louis Cardinals, as the Cardinals simply try to run out the clock. That's Barry Harrington, one of your old boys.
Yes, he played well for me. He had a career rushing average there for a few years at 4.4 per carry, but he didn't make it there this year. Went to Cleveland, got caught up on a number thing. They let him go.
Trying to stop the clock and utilize the 2 timeouts that they have left as they trail by 23. So he was just a spot regular. Great arm. Just a real bazooka for an arm. On 3rd and 7, again to Harrington.
Perry can make long runs because he has very good acceleration.
That clock. 4th down coming up. Fryer will come back and to Derek Ramsey, and Ramsey out to the 35 to the 40. That's it.
That breaks the record.
So Derek Ramsey sets a new club record for pass receptions in a single season by a New England Patriot player, breaking the old record set by Gino Cappelletti way back when, but a lot of those really were garbage catches in the end when the ball.
St. Louis. It was the next to last week of the season, and both teams were fighting for the playoffs. The Giants relied on an overpowering defense led by a rookie linebacker named Lawrence Taylor, and his victim was another rookie, quarterback Neil Lomax. This decisive play helped put the Giants into the playoffs. Now Neil Lomax is wiser, more established, and more productive. And the Cardinals have a big play weapon in Roy Green, who has scored more touchdowns than any other receiver in the NFC. Giants quarterback Phil Simms was an injured spectator when that playoff dream became reality 3 years ago. But now the Giants don't have to depend on their defense alone. Phil Simms has given the attack a new dimension, the ability to strike quickly. 3 years later, same teams and the same dreams. It's the Giants and the Cardinals with so much at stake. Well, there's electricity in the air, and there's a lot of emotion in this ball game. This is just the start of a big NFC East shootout, starting with this game, and of course later on it'll be the Redskins and the Cowboys. The Giants know if they win this game and next week, they are the division champions. The Cardinals need to win both as well, but they're going to need some help. And of course, there are many, many other ramifications. Returns, and he's back there with Willard Harrell and Randy Love. The game is underway. The kickoff going to Stump Mitchell at the 3. And Mitchell is run out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Let's check the St. Louis Cardinals here, and he's been running as of late.
I think they ran last week because that's what they had a chance to do. That's as much as they can.
They're going to throw on 1st down. Lomax pumps and hits Doug Marsh's tight end over the middle to the 31-yard line. 32. Gary, 68, a 9-year veteran who's had a lot of knee problems in his career, is being replaced by a rookie, Doug Dawson. So Dawson, a rookie from Texas, replaces Terry Steve after the second play of the ball game. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Goes Roy Green. And here's Otis Anderson. Off the left side. Stumbles, has a 1st down and more. Driving to midfield into Giant territory. And a big gain by Otis Anderson. Terry Kennard and Perry Williams make the stop on Otis Anderson.
That's a counter play with the right guard Bostic and the right tackle pulling on the play. He gets through a big hole, gets good running room, gets a good lean, and finishes well. Finishing meaning that he gets...
Then on the 49, Lomax firing. He's got Roy Green, and Reed has the ball at the 37-yard line, a gain of 13.
Roy Green is coming, just driving on the inside of the defensive back. There you see him. Drives to the outside, and of course Mark...
Sir Otis Anderson and Earl Farrell. Lomax to throw, complete. Once again, Roy Green.
And they have a tendency to play the outside. He makes an outside move, comes inside. The ball is thrown right on the money inside of Perry Williams, and he picks up another big gain.
Aaron Holden. And he has been a hot kicker as of late. And O'Donoghue's kick is no good. It is off to the left. So O'Donoghue misses. And here is Joe Morris trying to turn the corner, but he can't. And he stopped for no gain. A good hustling defense, and the man in the middle, E.J. Jr., who has been sensational since...
Makes the catch. Here he is again. Look at Galloway, number 65. He really gives him a shot. Coming right...
In motion is Manuel, the wide receiver. Sims looking, throwing, touchdown, Lionel Manuel. He went in motion and caught his 4th touchdown pass of the year, and the Giants are on the board leading 6-0. Otis Anderson tries the middle. Anderson to the 24-yard line, a gain of 4. Harry Carson makes the tackle. Otis Anderson told us that to worry about. Kenny Hill is in as the nickel back for the Giants. Lomax has enough time up the middle, and the pass is caught at the 34-yard line by Roy. Tackle.
Watch Green come back for the ball, which is very, very important. That's why he was able to make the play. Got plenty of time, no rush. He comes back for the ball. Even though the ball is thrown high, he's still able to make the catch. And
Neil Lomax, who has a chance to go over the 4,000 mark. Hands off to Otis Anderson. Anderson trying to pick his way, and a late flag is thrown as Anderson is stopped at the 39, clamping down on Lomax. Here's Otis Anderson. Good call, and it was George Martin who got a hold of Anderson and wouldn't let him get much as he brings it out to the 2-yard line. Lomax stepping up. And there's Danny Pittman wide open in midfield. Into Giant territory at the 28-yard line. That's good for 51 yards for the former Giant.
That's his own defense, and the key here is look at all the time he's got to throw the ball, and he steps up into the pocket. In his younger days, he probably would have taken off and run, but he waited long enough, hit the crossing pattern, Danny Pittman, and Danny Pittman said yesterday, so when I catch the ball, there's nothing fancy about what I do. I just head for the goal line, and there's a great illustration of it. Look at Taylor, gives him a bump, plays his zone. It's a crossing pattern in front of the defensive backs, behind the linebackers, open room.
In the month of November, look, they turned it over 19 times. Of course, they turned it over 6 in the loss to the Giants. When they don't turn the ball over, as they did in October, and so far this month, before this game, they haven't lost.
Here he comes, number 54, watch him. See, he sees a gap and gets through there before the guard is able to make a block on him and makes a...
Pressure on Sims. Down he goes. Curtis Greer back at the 32-yard line, and the first sack of the ball game by the Cardinals.
The game with 12 sacks. Number 75, watch him come in there on the outside and make the tackle. He gets a sack on Phil Sims.
Second
penalty, watch him. He's come up to make the catch, and the ball's not down yet, not even close, and Patterson hit.
Good field position for St. Louis, trailing 7-0 to the Giants. Neil Lomax to Roy Green, out of bounds at the 45 of the Giants, short of a first down by about a yard. Tight end starts back. Lomax flips it out, screen pass to Otis Anderson. And O.J. Anderson to the 35-yard line.
Watch Lomax. Look how long he holds the ball. He's looking downfield, doing a good job of acting, and then he dumps the ball off. He feels the pressure of the linebacker blitzing, dumps the ball off in front, and the center, Randy, so the people have to throw over the top.
1st and 10 at the 32. Stump Mitchell looking as if to throw, and he does. To a wide open Earl Farrell, the fullback. And Farrell has a first down. 20-yard pickup and our first trick play of the ball game, and the Cardinals have 1st and 10.
Stump Mitchell on the pitch play does a good job of acting like he's going to run the ball, and then he sees Farrell open in the flat behind the linebacker in front of the defensive back, gets it to him in good shape.
See the pass there. Mitchell in the backfield now, pressure on Lomax, and Lomax has Green all alone inside the 5. Harry Carson making the tackle, and they're getting a lot done, Hank.
They got man for man, and Tilley might be the guy they're going to throw to here. Here he is.
Lomax throwing. And pass is caught to Hank Graham's man. Pat Tilley, touchdown. Chance to tie the ball game. Movement in the line. Penalty markers fly. The kick is good. 7-7, but a penalty marker is down. You saw the movement in the center of the line. Score.
Here we see the end zone replay. There you see Tilley breaking out into the flat, wide open on the play. Watch, they got two man-on-man, kind of a pick play. Courier gets picked off a little bit on the inside with the outside receiver coming inside, but Tilley is wide open on the play.
And so Neil Lomax looking all the way to Pat Tilley, no question where he wanted to go. A big score for the Cardinals. 7-7. Receiver Pat Tilley, and the game is tied.
Someplace to where they're playing defensively, something inside would be appropriate. Oop.
Ball is batted in the air and intercepted. And this is Thomas Howard, and he's down at midfield. Last week, Thomas Howard picked up a fumble and ran 29 yards for a touchdown.
Lois Grooms, number 78, coming off the ball. He gets the deflection. Watching him right up the middle here. Here he comes. Jumps up in the air, gets a piece of the ball, and then Howard is very alert, comes up with the interception, and now the St. Louis Cardinals have possession 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 right away. Take advantage of it.
Lomax looking one way and has to dump it off to Greg LaFleur, the second tight end, and LaFleur picks up good yardage. Down in 5 at the 44. Lomax stepping up, firing. It's caught by Stump Mitchell, and there he goes. All the way, touchdown. Good, and it's 14-7. The Cardinals, who are trailing 7-0, now have a touchdown lead.
Now watch what happens. See that they get a pretty good rush, but he throws the ball, steps up into the pocket, throws the ball in a crossing pattern to Mitchell. Andy Hedden, number 54, in hot pursuit. They're chasing him, cuts back to the inside. Courier misses the tackle. Has somebody behind, he can't see who it was, but he goes all the way for the touchdown. Now that's the thing that doesn't happen very often against his own defense, but it did in this situation.
Well, Mitch,
just a little bit high. Moat was coming across the middle. The ball was thrown just a little bit high. Had he thrown it out in front a little bit more,
are in for pass rushing purposes. Lomax hands off inside to Otis Anderson, and Anderson has a first down at the 25-yard line, and that was some call by Neil Lomax, and the Cardinals maintain possession.
And Anderson really doesn't go into the trapping area. He hits into the area of the pulling guard, the left guard pull in the play. And Anderson cuts behind the guard's pull. It's not a sucker play, but he just finds the opening, knows where he has to go for the first down, and gets the necessary yardage. Good running on the part of O.J. Anderson.
Danny Pittman at 1st and 10 is in there, number 85. 3 wide receivers for St. Louis. Lomax finds his tight end, Doug Marsh. Bill Courier brings it down shy of the 30-yard line.
It's extremely cold, but I feel I have more feel for the ball without the glove.
Pitches to Otis Anderson, and Anderson gets a second effort, first down to the 38-yard line.
Down the delay pattern if they throw the ball.
They're going to throw the ball. Lomax can't find anything downfield, dumps it off to Otis Anderson, and Anderson with some good moves brings it out to the 45-yard line. Minute to go, and they get it out. Shy of a first down by 2, and they'll have the first down to Danny Pittman out of bounds, and it will also stop the clock shy of midfield beyond, and his longest has been from 52 yards this year, so he has the ability to kick him long.
And I think
at their own 48, 47 seconds to go. Lomax dumps it off, and here's Otis Anderson, who gets into Giant territory at the 47. Sims to throw on first down. Intercepted right into the hands of Thomas Howard. And that's his second of the ball game. And the Cardinals will have it on the Giant 21.
Howard comes up with this interception. Throws it right to Howard. I think he's trying to get the ball to number 88, Bobby Johnson, and he throws it right to Johnson.
What a game for Thomas Howard. 2 interceptions today. Sims to Moat. Touchdown Giants. And the tight end has come through for the Giants. He was going against the linebacker Thomas Howard, as you pointed out again. Low line drive kick. And Mitchell inside the 5. To the 20. Mitchell puts a move on. And Stump Mitchell is in Giant territory, and he finally broke one this year. They've been waiting for it, Hank.
When you score a touchdown, your specialty teams, if you're not careful, they relax a little bit, and instead of bearing down, they provide the opposition with a good opportunity to get back in the game with good field position. This is exactly what happened. Stump Mitchell brings the ball all the way back to the plus 40.
Second down and 10. Otis Anderson cutting back to the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 5 now for the Cardinals. 3rd and 5. Lomax under pressure again. And Lomax is going for Roy Green, and Green out of bounds, no catch.
And Tilley was wide open, ran right by the defensive back. But there again, Green did not give himself enough room. He did not go inside deep enough to give himself enough room on the outside move. The ball was thrown, but too close to the sideline, and so he doesn't have both feet in possession.
Well, he dragged him.
Yeah.
He never had possession. 4th down and 5, and the Cardinals are going to go for it on 4th down. On the Giant 35, Lomax, 4th and 5.
Well, look at that.
He's going for Roy Green. He's there. Touchdown. Whether the Cardinals said, let's take advantage of holding as Benny Perrin. The kick is good, and it's 21-14. This has been a big play game on both sides, offense and defense.
Here we see it again. Here's the replay. Good protection. He steps up into the pocket, throws it right into the post. There you see him, and he's Green licking the defensive back, Kenny Daniel, number 24 on the play.
And it was all set up with Stump Mitchell's 56-yard kickoff return, so big plays have set up big plays in this ball game. It is 21-14 St. Louis for the Giants. O'Donohue kicking off. And O'Donohue kicking off to the far side to Kenny Daniel. And Kenny Daniel runs it out to the 35. Daniel to the 45. And what a return by Kenny Daniel, who was just burned by Roy Green. And I don't remember when I've seen a player make amends as quickly as Kenny Daniel did.
And run it now, too.
At at the 31. Here's Morris again. And he's tripped up. Lee Nelson tripped him up. And a penalty flag is down as well.
We have tripping. Number 38 defense. It's a 10-yard penalty.
They're going to tack 10 yards on it.
It sure looked like that's what happened on
Morris again. He's tripped up. Lee Nelson
all the time. He's not looking back at the quarterback. Look at it. And when he brings his hands up, he comes up. That's good discipline and great.
Rutledge is holding. The kick is up. The kick is no good. Off to the left.
Young defensive back is looking back for the ball instead of looking at the man. He gets away with it because the ball is thrown a little bit too short. Had the ball been thrown out in front, it'd have been a touchdown and been the bye-bye Blues. But you cannot if you're playing man-for-man coverage.
Going for Roy Green on the left side, and now tempers flare, and now they're going after each other. Louis Sharp, number 67, has his helmet off.
And that's a big mistake. That's mistake number one. Keep the head on it.
Even if you're as big as Louis Sharp.
Doesn't make any difference how big you are. Make sure you keep the cap on.
Good kick off the side, and Manuel at the 43-yard line gives ground and is down by Dave Aarons. But the Giants still have decent field position, but right now for an NFL run, 2nd and 6, they run right, and Joe Morris runs right through the St. Louis Cardinals, and Morris is down at the 1-yard line. Lionel Washington saves a touchdown, and the Giants first and goal from the 1. Carpenter is over for the touchdown. Rob Carpenter over the top, and the Giants come back to within 21-20.
Another good push on the right side. You cover this kick and make the tackle inside the 20. That's what they got to do instead of letting them run up and down the field on a specialty team.
Mitchell will run it from 2 yards in the end zone. Mitchell to the 20. Brings it out just beyond the 20-yard line. 59-yard drive by 20. Roy Green in motion with 3:23 remaining in the third quarter. Lomax looking downfield and now dumps it off to Otis Anderson, and Anderson fights his way to the 35. Misses a first down by about a yard, and Byron Hunt makes the tackle, but that was a hard.
Again, Lomax does a good job of getting rid of the football. He gets out of the pocket and just kind of flips the ball to Anderson. And look how low Anderson gets on the defensive back, on the linebacker.
Mitchell are all in there together, and on a kind of a reverse here is Earl Farrell, the fullback, around the right side, showing his power. He has a first down to the Cardinal 40-yard line. Terry Kennard, the free safety, and pressure on Lomax, swings it out to Farrell. Farrell, and Reasons finally makes the tackle, but not before some neat running by Earl Farrell brings the ball to the 48.
That was a very good catch. The ball was thrown low to Farrell, and he still made the catch. You can't see a good picture of it, but he makes the catch right about knee high and maintained balance and got the most out of the 3. Would you go out on a limb and say they're concerned about blocking Taylor?
They may be. Farrell going outside, has the first down with a good cut inside to Giant territory to the 44-yard line. Terry Kennard and Curtis McGriff, 21, the Cardinals. This is Dick Stockton along with Hank. Lomax gets away from trouble, fires, caught. Pat Tilley, and a first down for the Cardinals at the 25. Good for 17 yards.
Rush, though. Look at Tilley. Comes to the inside, sees him break away. Breaks behind the defensive back, is in a good position, wide open, makes the catch, move the change, first down.
At the 20, 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 23. Lomax, who's been sacked 4 times, dumps it off to Otis Anderson. Anderson jukes. What a move by Anderson. He's got a first down inside the 15-yard line. And did a lot of that, if not all of that, on his own. Sally and Carson finally brought him down.
He flushed out of the pocket to get a piece of him. He knows exactly where Anderson is, dumps the ball off to him, and Anderson does a great job of running on the play.
And
he's got a one-on-one on the right side now. Look at
Anderson, left side, he's got room to the 5. Otis Anderson is in for the touchdown. Sixth touchdown of the year, and the Cardinals have moved ahead once again. They're staying at arm's length over the Giants. It's 27-21. Jim Hannafin's Redbirds. In to add the 28th point with Benny Perrin holding. The kick is good. It's 28-21 in favor of the Cardinals with 12 minutes and 17 seconds. Plenty of time to go in the fourth quarter.
Here's a look. He takes a step to the right side. Marsh does a good job. Look at Bostic coming out in front along with the right tackle, Robbins, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Watch Marsh, the tight end 80. Look at the fine block he makes on the defensive end, Marshall. Watch Taylor. Watch Taylor, 56. But he doesn't get there quite in time to prevent Anderson from making the touchdown.
He's not easy to stop. And there aren't many, huh?
No, that's
say
right.
that about.
Other than my Basset Hound at home is the only other one.
Sims. Baker storming down, and Lionel Washington knocks the ball away from Lionel Manuel, the intended receiver. Good defensive play, but it was Bubba Baker who really put terrific pressure on Phil Sims.
Bubba Baker, number 60, watching, fakes inside, uses his hands well, then goes inside, still pursuing inside. Belcher's trying to block him, and he finally rushes the quarterback, but he puts a lot of pressure on him. Talking about Baker, Harold Nelson.
Segment of the ball game. Here's Earl Farrell. And Farrell is down at the 25. And a good throwing percentage. Going to put it in the air right here. Up the middle. And he finds Greg LaFleur, the tight end, to the 20-yard line, and a gain of 5 on that play. Trying to give the Cardinals a 10-point lead. High kick and a good kick. And the Cardinals lead 31-21 on a big field goal by Neil O'Donoghue with 4 minutes and 54 seconds remaining went through the uprights. Now to 33, first and 10. Sims batted down, caught by the lineman, Kevin Belcher, the center. It was touched by a defender, so Belcher becomes eligible, and that will be it
on a rebound.
Here's the play on the next down, and Sims is sacked for the second time by Bubba Baker. Baker on the sack. You know, there's a story about Al Baker, the veteran who came over from the Lions. He missed 3 days of practice this week. He attended his play today, and he's had an outstanding ball game in the midst of tragedy in the family.
Makes another tackle. Fell off the block, came onto the inside, and made the tackle. Another good shot by Bubba Baker, number 60.
2 in a row for Baker.
New play, ground level this time. Baker coming to the inside. You don't get a good picture of him, but there you see him make the tackle. Comes off the block of the offensive tackle.
To stump Mitchell at the 36-yard line. And Mitchell drives it up to the 44-yard line. 3:41 showing on the clock. Bubba Baker, last time they were in possession. Here's Otis Anderson. Stretches for an extra few and picks up 4. Anderson again, using up more time and getting close to a first down. Harry Carson on the stop.
A minute and 40 left in St. Louis with the Cardinals on top of the Giants by 10. 31-21 for Washington. In St. Louis, the Cardinals have beaten the Giants 31-21. So the standings would look like this now, depending upon what happens here at Texas Stadium. The Giant record is the same as St. Louis. Both